How much does it cost to make a Hollywood smile?
But you have to have money, you have to have insurance. It's very hard, to get very good smile.
You have to think about it.
I wanted to be a dentist, so when I came here, I could be an optometrist or I could be a dentist, and I decided that I want to be a dentist.
How much did you pay for that apartment per month?
280,000.
Don't want to scare people.
Michael, can you give me a hand? And he was like, what hand? Right or left? Language was also hard.
Why did you choose the United States and not the other country?
So maybe we didn't have great expectations.
It was the main reason why you immigrated,
Yes,
right?
yes, because it was no future.
Did you achieve more than you expected?
You have to be realistic when you come to another country. Don't give up.
I'll think about it. The Hollywood smile. This popular expression came into use since the 1950s. This is not just about beautiful teeth, but the image itself, the ability to look positive, relaxed, and successful. Let me introduce Alla Rapaport. She is a great dentist and amazing human being. Hi, Alla.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight. And can you tell me what inspired you to immigrate?
If you remember 90s, it was terrible time in Russia. And it was no future. We couldn't see the future for our kids. So after long discussion with my husband, we decided that we have to go. We have to leave the country. Yeah.
It was the main reason why you immigrated,
Yes,
right?
yes, because it was no future. Basically, it was terrible. I don't know how people survived 90s. I'm always impressed when I see my classmates or my friends. They stayed there during those hard times, and they are very successful in Russia. And I admire those people.
Why did you choose the United States and not the other country?
It was all a coincidence because we were planning to go to Israel, and actually all my husband's cousins left to Israel in 1990, I guess, and then for some reason we sent a letter to United States, and my uncle, who was here already, got this letter and sent me invitation. He didn't even know who I am because I got married and changed my last name. So, it was my luck, basically, only luck.
Did you have kids at the time, or it was just you and your husband?
My daughter was 6 years old already.
Just one daughter?
Yeah,
You had that time?
I got another one here. She's an American citizen. I wanted to have normal life, to have future for my kids, to have stable financial life, to get, to be not afraid to go out and have some problems with criminals, to have normal life. That was my goal, basically.
Did you work as a dentist back in Russia?
Yes. I was a dentist. I finished medical school, dental faculty in Ekaterinburg Medical School, and I was working as a dentist. And then I changed because it was very hard. We couldn't even get normal salary because it was no money for the government. I guess it was $14 per month. I remember. And then my dad opened his business. He started to do optic stuff with salons for optic, for glasses, and he started to invite people, and I got a new profession. I got my license as an optometrist. I started to work with him, but I wanted to be a dentist. So when I came here, I could be an optometrist or I could be a dentist, and I decided that I want to be a dentist. Then I went to school, I got my boards, and achieved my goal.
What was the hardest when you were living
Russia?
The hardest was to separate with my parents. We were very close with my parents, with my brother, and it was really, really hard to leave them behind.
Do they still live there or they're here?
No, they are still in Russia. Yeah, and now it's even harder because it's like Cold War. People couldn't move here, couldn't come. They used to come every year, and now it's almost impossible. I don't know when we're gonna see them next.
Did you know that USSR changed 3 constitutions during the 69 years of its existence? It was the biggest country in the world. The territory of USSR was as big as North America, including US, Canada, and Mexico.
When the first time you just came here, what did surprise you the most?
Oh, it was a lot of surprises. First, we came to New York and we were in the airport and we were impressed with the prices. We thought that we couldn't survive here because it was very expensive. And we were like, oh God, how are we gonna survive? But then we came to San Francisco where my aunt stays, and I was so impressed with friendly people. Everybody were smiling. It was beautiful city, clean, everything was blooming, and everybody say hi. It disappeared. This habit disappeared. No more hi when you walk. People got more mad or rude. I don't know. America changed for those 25 years.
Did you have like money when you moved here? Did you sell something, or you had some savings, or you just came with a couple of dollars here?
We had $800.
$800?
$800 and 3 purses like this. That's it. We didn't have anything.
See, you can have only how much?
$800.
$800 and move to the United States
It was
and survive.
25 years ago when gas was 99 cents.
99 cents.
Yes, it was different.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, but still we needed to start working, to live.
But you had the place to stay. You stayed with your aunt, you said, right?
For a month or couple of months till we got the apartment. We were trying to rent some apartment, so we found something very close to my aunt, and it was very helpful.
How much did you pay for that apartment per month?
700.
So you had 800 and you paid 700.
No, but
right?
Don't forget that we were refugees from Russia, Jewish refugees from Russia, and we got some help from government.
Oh, you got some.
Yeah, it helped a lot to rent it. I don't remember how much it was, but we got food stamps, we got a lot of stuff, and even some furniture. It was a Jewish centers who they brought some furniture to our apartment, and my husband started to work, and I was, cleaning the houses too. So no, it was the time when we study and we work, and we were so happy.
I know it was a hard time when you leave everything behind and you have to start it over your whole life. What inspired you that time?
I just wanted to do something to have lives that I'm not gonna regret later. So if I go like a lot of people did with manicure, pedicure and stuck there, it would be the end of my career, So I thought I have to study and I have to get my license and start working.
Where did you take the strength?
You don't want to give up. You're too young to give up at 28. It's all life in front of you, so you could do a lot of stuff,
Yes, but a lot of people, they feel broken and they leave because the life here is totally different from what they expected to see. That's why I know it's very challenging for everyone.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Maybe we didn't have great expectations. It was easier, and we were together, my husband and me and my daughter, and we were very close to each other, and we support each other, and bad and good for 3 years already, so it helped.
And how much time did you spend here before you applied to the university? Did you go to the university, right?
Yes, but first you needed to pass some boards. So I passed board number 1, and we came in April 1st. In December, I already got my first board. And I wanted to get a second board, but I missed 1 point. So to pass, you have to have 75 points, score 75, and I got 74 for second one. But for first one, I got 84.
How many boards you have to pass?
Altogether, 4 boards.
4 boards.
Yeah.
And there is like some specific time you have to apply, or it just takes whenever, like whatever time you can? It's how does it work, the whole process?
You need time to get ready, so at least from 3 to 6 months. It depends on how fast you're getting ready. You could take 1 year, you could take a couple of years, but 25 years ago it was completely different situation than now, because you could choose 2 ways. You could go through the school and get your license there, or you could pass those boards by yourself. You know.
You mean by yourself, like online?
No. You take the boards, you go to the place where you take the board, but you don't have to go to school.
Oh, you can learn at home and just go and take this test.
Yes.
What
But
about now?
Now you have to go to school. You can't do it by yourself. You have to. It's mandatory. You have to go to school, and it's much harder now, and it's a lot of money too.
I'm trying to make it clear for the people who want to become a dentist here. So you have to go to the university. You cannot learn by yourself. You have to take classes, pass 4 boards.
Yes.
It's the same, 4 boards, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And after that, you receive a license, or
If you pass those boards, you receive the license.
and you can work.
Yes. Yes.
What if you want to start your own business? You just
could
have
do
to.
it. You just buy the office, put a lot of money, and start working. Get the assistant, get the front desk. And it's hard.
How long did it take you to pass all these 4 boards?
5 years. From the beginning to the end, I got my license May 1st, 5 years later when I came. So 2001. I came in 1996. In 2001, I got my license.
Is it expensive to get this education for the dentist?
Yes, it's very expensive, and now it's more expensive because you have to go through school, so you pay the loan. You could get the loan, you don't have to pay right away. You get the loan, and then you pay all your life.
Do you know the approximate price? How much you have to pay for this?
I don't know now, but
classes?
before it was like $100,000 probably.
$100,000. And do you have to pay for these boards when you pass for this test? It's a separate?
Yes, yeah. Every time when you take the board, I think you pay. Well, I don't remember those details now, but I think you have to pay. Yeah.
What was your biggest failure here?
My USC. USC, yeah.
It was the hardest for you. What was the hardest? The language or the environment and everything you had to learn?
Environment probably. Language was also hard, but the environment was very hard because it's a different school. From Russian dental school is German school. And here is American school. It's completely different approach to the patient, approach to the preparation of the teeth. Everything is different. And for me, it was even harder because I was pediatric dentist in Russia. So I treat a lot of kids, but I never treat the adult.
When you immigrate to the United States, do you have to hang out or communicate a lot with the people from the same country, or you have to stay and be more with Americans? What is the easiest way for you to survive here and just feel comfortable?
You know, it was interesting time when we came. It was a lot of American people who helped us. They just came as volunteers to talk to us, to introduce us to different fields. You know, and we had a lot of friends, American friends. but still we stuck to Russians. When I came to the library where I studied, I met a couple of people who started to help me, Russian friends who started to help me with the boards. They told me how to get ready for the boards, and they always train me. So it's very important to have people from your country to help you, especially when it's nice people, when it's friendly people, because some always said, we had a lot, we came through a lot, and you have to get this too. So we don't want to help you because we got a lot, we got through trouble, we got through no money and no financial support, so you're gonna get it too. But if you're lucky and you meet nice people, they're gonna help you. And I think it's very important when you come here.
It is very important when you have the right people around you. That's the most important thing in life.
That's true.
Can you remember any funny stories related to the language? When sometimes we say something and it just sounds so different and people cannot understand us, or it just sounds funny. Did you have those stories?
Yeah, I have a couple of stories. One was in USC. My friend, he is Russian guy, but he came from Israel. So English was the same for me and for him. And the Indian people, we had a lot of Indian students. They were always laughing at us. Anyway, they were very close to us. They were very good friends. And once the guy asked my friend, Michael, can you give me a hand? And he was like, what hand? Right or left? So it's very funny.
Yeah.
And for my story, one word that nobody couldn't understand when I asked my patients, do you have any allergies? They were like, what? What? They couldn't, and I couldn't get right pronunciation. And then I actually gave up and I was like, do you have any medical issues? It was easier.
That's
Yeah. So we needed to always get some ways to find the right words.
How much time did it take you until you opened your own business?
No, own business was also by accident. It was
It's a great
drama.
accident.
It was drama behind the story, but the guy who owned the business in Lancaster, he got the cancer. He was diagnosed with the cancer. He was only 42, and he passed away in 6 months. So, but he was going through the all the treatments, onco treatments, and he needed somebody associate in the office. And in meantime, I was with my baby at home, so I wasn't planning to start working. And they invited me, I started there, and then in 6 months, I already was in the office. For 6 months, patients knew me. He passed away, his wife sold the practice to me. That's how I opened.
Was he Russian or
He was Russian, yeah.
How did you find him?
My friends were friends with him. So, but they were my partners with those office. They didn't work with me, but they were like silent partners.
If it's not a secret, how much did it cost you that time to buy that business?
$280,000.
$280,000. Did you take a loan for this, or you had a cash? How did you pay for it?
We got the loan.
And do you remember how long did it take you to pay it off?
Yes, actually, 14 years. It took
14
14
years.
years for us to pay off.
But that's amazing. You just paid it off in 14 years.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it takes time, but still.
we refinanced it. It was easier, you don't have to pay too much. I think, as far as I remember, it was 800 per month.
800 per
Yeah.
month.
And it was very busy practice. So maybe 25 people every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 25 people. I was only the doctor there, and I had 6 people staff. It was very hard. 1 hour drive to the office and 1 hour back, and I had little baby, so all night she wanted to eat. I breastfeed her till 1 year and 3 months. So for more than 7 months, I was like no sleep at all.
Yeah.
9 in the morning, you're already in the office. 8 at night, you're home, and you start all your homework.
Yeah. It takes a lot of determination and willingness to be whenever you are right now, right? And have you ever felt that you are not welcome in the United States?
Never. Actually, no. People here were much friendlier than in Russia. I imagine the situation if I come to Russia and I would feel foreigner probably. But here I never felt this way. People were very friendly, very welcoming, and helped a lot. And especially in San Francisco. San Francisco is a very friendly city anyway. Yeah, maybe here it would be different, but there it was very nice environment.
What do you think for the people who want to immigrate or who just came here and they don't know where to start? What can you advise?
It's probably depends on the profession that you have, depends on the money that you brought. You know, if people came with the money, they could go to school right away and don't waste time. So I always suggest to start with school. If they want to get some good profession and they want to work here as a professional, they have to go to school and then choose whatever they want, you know. Or maybe they could get the loan, but they need to live on something, you know. Some people, when they come, they decide that if wife wants to go to school and husband works, or vice versa. But the best thing is start school as soon as possible.
So you touch this like kind of sensitive question and topic for me, because as I see a lot of my friends here, it's kind of hard situation for them when people come together and one is going to school and another just works. And I know a lot of marriages, they just fell apart because of this, because one person is growing up and another just stays. But it kind of looks unfair, but that's a life, because somebody needs to work, and it kind of seems that both of them bring the same. One is learning to get more money and be more successful in their life, and another person is supporting, but at the end they're not on the same level. So what is your suggestion for the people when they come here to just start to work, or to go to the university together, to the college together, or just one can still, what do you think, what is the best solution? Because
my situation was, I was so lucky that my husband could work and could go to school at the same time. So he took a programming school and he became a programming engineer. He was metallurgical engineer there in Russia.
okay.
So almost the same. He started to work before I finished. So he got his license already. He started to work. It was the best situation because nobody was behind, you know. But I know it's very difficult. But again, if people come with money, it's another story. You know, they could go together and learn together, and no excuses. If somebody doesn't want to go to school, doesn't want to grow, then it's a fault of this person. You know, no excuses for anybody. If you have money, if you don't have money, it's another story. You know, so then they have to decide, and again, you could see how your marriage survive. If it's good marriage, right people, it will survive. If not, then it doesn't mean to be this way, you know.
What do you want other people to know about the immigration?
They have to know that it's very hard. It's very big decision. They have to probably weigh everything, you know, and they have to see if they could assimilate, they could work in different environment, if they don't have to have big great expectations, you know, because if they have great expectation and when they come they don't meet it, it could be depression in the end. But they have to understand that it's a lot of challenges, you know, language, completely different environment again, completely different situation. A lot of people actually, already have something, and people who just come, they feel inferior, even if they had a lot in Russia or in different countries, because we met a lot of people who were like, or big chiefs of some, departments, or they were great doctors, or they always were somewhere there, but they couldn't do anything here, And for us, we didn't have anything there. We just working as normal people. We were working. So for us, it was completely different. And plus, don't be jealous for somebody's success. It's a life. If you behind little bit, you always could, learn and do more. So I would consider all this now, and especially now, maybe if I would be in the situation today, maybe I would not come to America. I would probably decide to stay home.
You mean the situation like what
America
situation?
today, like America today.
Oh, you mean like what's happening in the United States
Yes,
right now?
yes.
So you wouldn't choose it.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what happens there, but maybe it's the same. But I think I would probably stay home.
You have to think about it. And what do you think? How much money they have to have, at least like to start it here when they immigrate?
It's a very hard question, especially now, again, when taxes grow, everything is very expensive. Like gas is around $4 per gallon. You have to think that maybe you need at least how much you spend monthly.
Oh
don't
wow,
know.
how much
Yeah.
I spend monthly.
Yeah, you need
I'm
money.
even
at least.
afraid to think about it, especially in California.
You see, maybe you need some money for at least 1 year, because maybe you're gonna be lucky in 6 months you start new life, but maybe you're stuck and you need at least 12 months supply.
Oh yeah.
You have to pay for rent. Rent is very expensive now. You have to pay for daycare if you bring your kids to daycare. So everything is very expensive. Let's say daycare is around 1,200, right? The apartment is around,
Daycare?
Yeah.
1200. Oh yeah, it's 1,400 per month.
right? So apartment is from 15 to 2,000, right? So it's already
It's one bedroom, 15 to
one-
2,000,
yes,
right?
Exactly, one bedroom. Yeah,
Yeah.
we start with small.
Just one
thing,
bedroom.
So at least already
But-
3.
But it's in California.
Yes.
If you
right.
want to go to another state, it's much more cheaper.
Okay. So
depends
don't
what
choose
you choose.
California. Don't come to California.
Yes, I
California
agree.
is very expensive. That's true. My friends bought the house in Texas for $90,000 when they moved from here. They didn't have any money to buy anything here. They moved. They got 4 bedrooms house for $90,000.
4 bedroom for $90,000. Wow,
Yeah.
it's impressive. But I believe it depends where you buy it. Yeah, what
Dallas.
schools?
It was Dallas. Maybe
Dallas.
not in the center, but it was
When
very
was
nice area. 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yeah.
Now it's 150 or 200,000, whatever. It's still cheaper, 3 times, 5 times cheaper than here. Here you couldn't buy anything less than $1 million, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it depends on your ambitions. Ambitions depends on your goal. You have to have some money, and don't spend it right away.
Don't go shopping.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because I see a lot of people come with the money, lose the money because they couldn't find anything, and that's it, So you need money to start something. If you don't start and you just eat, it's hard to say, but I think around maybe 10,000 for a regular family for months.
10,000 per month.
Per month if you have 2 kids, normal family, yeah.
To live in California.
Yes.
I'm just trying to
Yes,
say
yes.
that if you live in California, yes, but if you live in another state, you can buy a house and pay like $1,400 per month. It's gonna be a decent house. So it's still possible. Don't want to scare people.
Yeah, no, but you have to be realistic. You know, I don't know if I'm right, but you have to be realistic when you come to another country and you're planning to do something here.
A credit score. When I moved here, I had no idea what a credit score is and how it impacts the quality of life. Without a good credit score, it will be hard to buy a car, a house, or rent an apartment.
And the most, I believe, interesting question for everyone. How much does it cost to make a Hollywood smile?
The Hollywood smile, it's a very broad, name of the normal, healthy smile. So one way, it's just to whiten your teeth. That could be $300 for whitening, right?
Just for one session. So one
One
session,
session, but it's basically it's all 1 hour.
it takes 1
Whitening,
hour to
because
whiten.
it's a few parts. You do it like 15 minutes each session for 1 hour, right?
So it's
So it's
4
300
sessions.
4 sessions, $300. Another thing, you could do crowns. It depends what do you mean with when you're talking about Hollywood smile. What
Like
is it?
all these like
It could be dentures.
white teeth
White
that
teeth.
people look at you and they know you're from America.
Okay.
You know? It's such a big sign.
Whiten your teeth, come to the dentist regularly to do the cleaning, and you're gonna have Hollywood smile. But if your teeth destroyed already, then it's another story. You have to do the crowns. Then crown is from $750 to $900, depends on the material. Some people prefer veneers, and it's $900 also, but you have to wear a night guard because you're gonna grind and you're gonna break those veneers. So it depends. It's very broad name of,
Question. 900 for one tooth.
Yes.
So when you put veneers, you put on all your teeth, or how does it work? Or just like front? Or
6 teeth. Usually we prefer 6
Six upper?
smile line.
Okay,
6 upper,
six.
6 lower if you want.
So 12
12,
teeth,
multiple.
900, almost like $13,000 for your smile. Not bad. I'll think about it.
You have beautiful teeth. You don't have to do it.
Thank you. But as soon as you do this Hollywood smile, those 6 veneers, can you go back, or that's all? How does it work? If you put them, so you cannot take them. Or
They could
I
come
mean, like-
out. If you take them, the teeth already prepped. They already destroyed, basically. Like enamel is already cut.
Over the time, how can you compare the expectation and the reality?
I could be richer. I could have the house. I could be much richer. I could help my kids more. But I am where I am. I am happy with what I have.
No, I mean like when you moved here, and what did you expect? Did you achieve more than you expected?
No,
By that time?
probably we wanted to buy the house, I think, but we never did. When we got this townhouse, we thought it's temporary, and in a few years, we're gonna buy a new house. Then we decided we don't want to be slaves of ourselves. We want to live normal life. We want to have normal vacation. We want to travel, and we travel a lot. Well, actually, I don't know. I think I'm happy with what I have. Very happy. I'm happy that my daughter finished university. She got master degree. She got very good husband. She got 2 kids. I'm ready for another one. That she's already finishing high school. She already knows where she's going with university, and she already knows what she wants to do in the future. So I'm very happy.
I can tell that she is happy. When she was talking about her son-in-law, she looked very happy. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What can make you happier when your kids are happy, right?
That's true.
And all this traveling, they make your memories, and I believe they are more important than the house.
Yeah. And
Yes, house is important, of course, but it takes a lot of work to have a house.
Yeah.
Especially when you're busy, I think the apartment or townhome is very good option.
I like this place. I like this townhouse more than maybe I would like the house. And especially now, again, I'm very determined about this, what's happening now, because you couldn't be safe in a house. And a townhouse in a community is much safer, you know, because you don't know what to expect when you walk around, when you're not home, when your kid's home without you, you don't know what to expect. So for me, it was the right decision. And it's interesting story when we were looking for something to buy. My husband found this townhouse, and we used to live in Westwood. So he called me and he said, "You have to see it. It's a huge kitchen, like Russian, you know." And
Actually, it's a big deal here to have
Yeah.
a big kitchen because all these apartments they have so tiny kitchens.
Yeah.
I was so surprised.
yes, so we were so happy. All our friends, they don't like this place. They're always in the kitchen. You know, it's like Russia.
By the way, did you have a refrigerator in your kitchen?
In Russia?
No, here when you
Yes.
bought it.
Yes.
Because my biggest surprise was when I moved to California, no refrigerators at all in the apartments. Is it something, I don't know what the deal with is, but it's the biggest pain when you buy it and you have to bring it to the second floor. Because what my husband said, like, if you're gonna move, I'm gonna leave this refrigerator here, I'm not gonna move it out.
That's what everybody does. Usually you get the apartment with the refrigerator.
Especially it's so hot out there. I don't know why. I never seen it before. It's the most stranger thing about the California.
Interesting. We used to rent in Westwood, and it was always refrigerator. It was very nice area, by the way, and very expensive. But because our apartment in San Francisco was expensive, we didn't even think that it's expensive. We thought it's normal, you know.
And regarding the smile, when I was talking about the Hollywood smile, I remember this story when my brother moved here. It was in 2001, I believe so. And he was here for a year, and he came back to Ukraine. And he said that I was in the subway, and he used to smile, like people smile here. And he was saying, like, I was going in the subway and I was smiling to the people, and people look at me like I'm crazy. Everyone was like, why are you smiling? Or do I know you? So it was such an interesting, that's why I'm saying that people know this smile, and especially Hollywood smile. It just tells you right away you're from the United States. You're selling yourself right away.
That's not true. When I started working in Lancaster, I was so surprised. I saw so many decayed, toothless people, and I was like, why I was thinking about Hollywood smile? I thought everybody in America have this beautiful smile. But you have to have money, you have to have insurance. It's very hard, you know, to get very good smile. Healthy teeth, it's expensive, you know.
No, I mean, it's not all about the teeth. It's just how people react. Because when I came here for the first time and everyone was saying like, hi, hi in the park, I was like, hi, hi. Like, and in our country, let's say I grew up in a village. So we knew each other, like all the people knew each other. And we used to say hi and bye and how are you? But when you move to the biggest city, you never say hi
Yes,
to the
that's
people
true.
you don't know.
Yeah.
And here, like everyone like, hi, how are you? Like, I'm good. Like, and my biggest surprise was in a store when I was choosing something in between the rows, and let's say I'm staying and people are passing in front of me, and they said like, excuse me, or I'm so sorry. I was like, why are they apologizing to me? They didn't do anything to me. It was so interesting.
That's how my dad came here, and he was trying to understand the difference between I'm sorry and excuse me. And I said, when you want to hit somebody, you said excuse me. When you already hit, you said sorry.
It's a good example. And what can help you to make your dream to come true?
You have to work hard. You have to be determined, and don't give up. If it's a lot of problems, don't give up. The most important thing that I learned here, everything is teaching you something. Even if you on the first, like when we came here, I was comparing it to the baby who just started walking. Like let's say 1 year, you just started barely walking, right? 2 years, you're already walking better, but still not normally, right? Then in the 5 years, you're already child with brain development, right? So you always have to, I know that it's very good to have big goals, but be happy with what you have right now. Be happy and appreciative with what you have, and don't give up. That's my, I think, my motto.
Thank you so much. And of course, I know you are not just working every day, right? And then the weekends. I know you have a lot of hobbies. I saw your pictures. Can you show me what kind of hobbies you have?
Of course, you're very welcome to see it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Primitivism is a style of painting in which the artist uses the simplified forms and images when painting a picture. This technique was used by Paul Gauguin, Pablo Picasso, and Henri Rousseau.
Oh, wow. It's a lot. So what is this all about?
It's about free time beside of the dentistry. Because it's all started when I got little bit of time. When I finished all my boards and I got my license and I got my second baby. And another thing, I brought my older daughter to the art studio. And I was so impressed with this art studio and I started to paint. She quit so fast, I started.
So did you color together? Did you paint together or?
Yeah, but we had lessons together. She painted her stuff, I painted my stuff.
Who is that? Who is that over there?
This is my family. This is my husband, my kids.
These are your daughters,
Yeah,
right?
this is my daughter.
And
This is my older daughter.
and I can see, is it you? Did
Yes.
you paint yourself?
Yes, this is
That's
me.
amazing.
Yeah. Because nobody else wanted to pose for me. So I did after portrait.
What about all these dolls?
The dolls I started to do when my older daughter was pregnant, and I wanted to do something for the kids, for the grandkids. But this was done when it was quarantine, and I wanted to just elevate my mood. So it was a memory about the Russian village and our time together in the village.
Yeah, it looks like dedushka, babushka, right?
Yeah.
And a
Kind of.
teapot, samovar.
Samovar,
It's a samovar.
Russian teapot.
And what about this one? I really like this one.
This one is my younger daughter, very curly, sitting on the sofa and thinking about something.
So cute.
I like this one a lot because it came by itself to do something special for him. And it's Fiddler on the Roof, and it's history of Jewish tradition, how man is keeping his family, saving his family. It's how important it's for him to be the head of the family. So I just wanted this environment, and I painted the portrait of my dad.
Yeah. I see this is the biggest picture in your house.
Yeah.
It looks like your dad played like a huge role in your life, right?
Yeah, that's true.